stretch for either beginners, improvers, intermediate and advanced can do it, and also pregnancy and post-pregnancy. Feet hip distance. Remember, if you're pregnant, your feet can come out as wide as it needs to, and you're just going to start swinging the arms nice and loose. See how my knees now are nice and soft, and I'm just nice and relaxed throughout the body. Just be mindful, if you are pregnant, that you're fine with blood pressure and that you can continuously talk throughout any movement that you do. You want to be able to hold a conversation. Now I'm going to stretch up and slowly come down. Remember, if you need to come nice and wide, to give yourself a little bit of room for that bump, do so. And when you come down into that gentle squat, make sure that you're pushing up through the heels. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Now I'm going to just bring my elbows in nice and close. I'm going to bend my knees, tip slightly forward, just nice straight back. Turn my palms down as if I'm pushing through hot honey. Stretch the arms back, keeping my core nice and engaged. Turning, so I'm doing a little bit of rotation on the arms. If you want to use weights here, you can. Bottles of water, tins of tomatoes, anything like that. Squeezing back. You don't need to, because you can even feel just the movement of straightening the arms are just really moving those triceps. 3 more. I'm keeping my pelvic floor, my core engaged. For 2. Now last one, I'm holding it back, and just as if I'm tapping the back wall. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straightening up, and I'm coming out nice and wide with my legs. Now you come out as wide as that's comfortable. Again, I'm turning out. Try not to fall into the front of the foot. See how my knees are rolled in? You don't want that. You want them to push back. I'm tucking my pubic bone in, and I'm bringing my hands out. Now my shoulders are nice and relaxed, and I'm going to do small little bend and straighten. Now I don't want to lock my knees at the top of this. I don't want to kind of make a pop. I want just nice soft knees. Bend and straighten. I'm keeping nice and tucked in, so my pelvic floor and core nice, working. My arms are nice, and long shoulders engaged. For 3, for 2, last one. Come down, hold it as far as that's comfortable for you. Down, down, hold. Down, down, hold. Now if you feel that you just need a little bit of support, you can have something in front of you. Down, down, hold. I'm really working those inner thighs. Down, down, hold. 3 more. Down, down, hold. Down, down, hold. Last one. Down, down, hold. Straighten up the leg nice and gently, and just shake them out. Nice and loose. Nice and loose. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Just bring a little bit of my foot forward. I'm not going to come down very far. Just small little bend and straighten. And again, I don't want that front knee passing my foot. Breathing out. See how I'm coming onto the back of the ball of my foot? So there's no real weight onto my front leg. I'm stretching out the back of the leg, especially if you're in a restless leg syndrome at night. For 4, keeping my hips nice and level. For 3, for 2, and 1. Switch, and again, short little lunge. Just make sure you're nice and comfortable in whatever position you are. Again, you can hold on to something if you need to. Stretch. I'm pushing back through that back shin. Breathing out. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. And I'm going to bring the feet back nice and slowly, soft knees, rolling my body all the way down, back into that box position. I'm placing my hands nice and in line. Remember, underneath my shoulders. If you've any wrist issues, remember, you're just rolling up, or you can always come onto your elbows, whatever's comfortable for you. I'm going to just keep my knees nice and in line. I'm going to extend my leg, and I'm making sure that my hips are nice and level, and I'm going to tuck in so I feel those lower abdominals, and I'm going to lift up and down. Remember, think about that Malteser. You're squeezing, tuck release. Now, if you're not pregnant and you want to challenge yourself, you can bring your arm out and just hold it as you're reaching. Depending on what level of pregnancy, I wouldn't really do this in the 3rd trimester. You might just be struggling with balance a bit. For 2 and 1, slide back in. And if you're in the correct position, it should easily slide back out. And again, squeeze and release. Again, bring that hand. I have no tension in that shoulder. I'm keeping my pelvis nice and tucked. For 4, for 3, for 2 and 1, and I'm going to slide back, curl up, arch through. And again, you can do as many of these as you feel is comfortable. For 3, for 2, last one, and you're going to come over onto your side, up onto your elbow. If you can, both legs are stacked. And again, you can have your hand in front or you can keep your hand on your hip. I'm going to reach my hand up as if something's drawing me up. Now my feet are together. I'm going to lift, open and close. And this is a really nice one. Breathing out. Just make sure that you have that strength in that arm. Breathing out. So this is these oysters, but it's also a little bit of an oblique lift. For 3, for 2, last one, and just stretch out. And I'm going to reach my hand forward as if somebody's pulling me forward, reaching my leg back, and just hold it for 3, for 2 and 1. Slowly come back, rolling to the opposite side. And again, feet are together, hand can be in front or side, lifting up. And again, open and close, open and close. Thinking of your pelvic floor here. For 3, for 2, last one. Come back down, reach the leg back. Don't collapse. You're trying to lengthen, almost like the Sistine Chapel where they're reaching finger to finger. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but somebody can phone in and tell me. Reach nice and gently, coming back up now, and you're just going to tuck your toes in and just roll the arms up. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2 and 1. Bring the hands either side now, nice and slowly walk the hands in, roll the body up, and again, just small little circles. Just to finish you off, bring the legs just again a little bit wider than hip distance. If you're pregnant, you can have them hip distance. Hands just onto the hip. Now be careful that when you have your hands on the hips, shoulders nice and relaxed. Reach up. So you're reaching up and over. Where I like to kind of guide my hand is where the roof meets the wall, and come back. Reach. I'm trying to get as much length all the way. You need to be careful that you're not like this, because suddenly if I do this, I'm putting pressure onto my back. I'm nice and stacked, so my wrist, elbow, shoulder, hip and knee. And again, breathing out, breathing out. One more each side. Breathing out. Last one. Breathing out. Keep the hands and just again for 3, for 2 and 1. And there you go, as my son would say, like and subscribe. Thank you very much.